All right. Welcome in, everyone. This is our Jets of Time weekly event. Today we have a race between lordbatsy and akuheish. They will be playing a Lost World seed today, and we are playing a beta seed, and we'll talk more about that later on. Today, along with me, we have Cthulhu Crisis. Hello, Cthulhu. How's it going?
It's going well. How are you, Moon?
Doing well, thank you. How excited are you for this event?
Oh, I think this is going to be a lot of fun. This is one of my favorite categories and somewhere that I've spent a lot of time, so I'm pretty excited about that.
Amazing. So today we have Mian with the restreaming. Thank you a lot, and also with the tracking today. Thank you a lot again. So runners are
Both of
getting ready.
I was going to say both of these players have played Lost Worlds and Lost Worlds Plus with a great amount of success. Both of them heavy contenders in the Cthulhu Gauntlet earlier this year. So
Amazing.
I'm ready to get things started and see who's going to win our race today between Lord Batsy and akuheish.
Akuheish. So good luck for all the runners. And let's talk about the Lost Worlds flag. What does it mean?
Okay, so in a standard Jets of Time seed, you start off with 600 AD and 1000 AD, um, and you have to unlock key items or complete quests to unlock other time periods. In a Lost World seed, it works a little different. You start in the future with access to antiquity, which is 12,000 BC, as well as prehistory. You will never gain full access to 600 or 1,000. So there are only 5 key item checks and 5 key items. And it's pretty exciting because every decision and every move you make is important because this is going to be a very short run.
It's a very short, and also it's kind of very restrictive on consumables as well, isn't it? Because you don't have access to all those initial shops that we have in 600 and 1,000, so you have to rely on, at first, a shop that you get right when you start.
Yeah, that's true, and it's only guaranteed to have revives, shelters, and a weapon for each character. Now, where you have a Magus, Lucas start. Now,
Look
that's
starts.
that's great because in this category, you actually start at level 15 characters with 3 techs unlocked. That means almost certainly Magus is going to have something useful. This completely opens up where the runners can choose to go.
And the chance of getting an AoE right away is really high considering we have Flare, Fire 2, and all the AoE attacks from Magus. Let's see how they are going to approach. A Robo and a Blue Rock for Omega Flare. Well, why not? Let's hope. Let's hope
Now,
so.
Aku is running to grab that power tab. Will he continue doing the loot run for Lost Worlds that a lot of players do? It looks like he is going to. There are quite a few chests that are available for just a short amount of time.
He has decided to do the full loot in the sewers to get some extra chests there. It's going to maybe give him some advantage in terms of items early on. He just did an awesome skip there. He skipped Crawley, getting the second chest with a Mega Blast for Luca.
Wow,
And Luca's down.
there are a couple things here that I'm not aware of that Aku is doing.
Oh, you can skip Crowley and you can skip the other fights there. Oh, and Luca's down. Oh, Lord Betsy, what's going on, Luca? Please come back.
This fight in here can surprise you if it catches you off guard. If you don't have something that one shots, that fight can actually do some damage. You do have to be careful.
We
And we
see
have a
Mon here.
Marl. Now, this
Wow.
could be Antipode team. with 3 starting techs on both.
Interesting. And also there is a possibility that if they want to.
Fire
They,
2 is Luca's next tech. I just saw
wow,
on
this is
Aku's
big.
screen.
This is big already. A quick start for them. There is a possibility that they can go to prehistory and check for a triple tag. There is a triple tag that requires Magus Look and Mall. It's the Black Rock. And if they have the right tags for that, maybe it's something to consider.
I would definitely check the new in Laruba Village for that rock.
Interesting.
There's also one in the Black Omen.
Interesting enough, akuheish decided to go and climb Zactus Nest without checking the Protodome character.
So Aku usually goes by the mindset of if you don't have an AoE that will one-shot the robots, you go to Dactyl Nest first. Because Dactyl Nest, you aren't actually going to fight anything here. And then
Interesting
your third
approach.
character may have an AoE that will make that fourth character quicker to get.
Interesting approach. Let's see how it plays out. Well, we have a route divergence, a significant route divergence so far. akuheish climbing back to Nest and lordbatsy going and heading into Ares Dome for a quest key item check.
Aku trying to line up this pixel perfect skip here.
And he did. Awesome. This one is one of the trickiest skips. You have to be very precise and aim for that 2 pixels perfect walk. And oh, he missed the second one, but that's okay. That's okay.
That one I use a visual reference on. That one he's on right now, but it's character dependent. But both skips are very precise, and anything that can give you a chance to get it, or a higher chance to get it than your opponent, that can be an advantage. Because it is like 10 or 12 seconds anytime you get into an encounter and have to run.
And it's Chrono. And we have today, we're running a beta seed, so that's why we can see the amount of HP from the bosses. So we see Guardian HP values. And interesting also to note that Magus was able to one-shot both of the bits with 501 damage. That's 1 damage, 2 damage more than he needed.
So here's something interesting. Let's say Luca would have had Fire 2 and Marl has Ice 2. If you pick up that character from the dome and that's what you have to take that other robot fight on the way out, or you won't have access to your dual tech for this fight. Because your characters have to be in one fight together when they get the tech.
Yeah, they have to finish a fight together for them to learn. So I mean you have to get into another encounter. That's why it's something to consider. If you have the possibility of getting Antipode 2 or 3, I think it's advisable to get another battle before.
Ooh, and the red vest making the next decision maybe a little bit easier. Although, with this team, Mount Woe is available at any time to anybody who likes a gamble.
And with Fire 2 and Dark Mist available, it's a considerable option. It's something to consider. Meanwhile, akuheish going and he's spending his initial route looting the prehistory free chests, and also taking advantage of the fact that he's already in prehistory after getting his character. Things to notice also with this beta. Oh, lordbatsy, the bug encounter, maybe they are dropping a Christmas packs. Maybe no, we'll not find out today. They can't, by the way. I don't think they can. I'm just teasing. akuheish apparently is deciding to do some grinding now. No, let's see if he's going to grind a lot.
Now, I don't know if this means Aku is happy with this team, or if he's trying to get Fire 2 to make a decision. But I wouldn't be that happy with this team unless I've already pulled a great weapon for Chrono. It's very possible I missed it.
I don't think he has a good weapon for Chrono. That's one of the downsides of having of relying on Chrono for your end game. If you don't have a good weapon, he's going to lack the damage you need for all the final bosses and gauntlets, and it's not good.
Well, and here's the thing. In Lost Worlds, everything is end game.
The end game is here already. Let's see the reward from Ares Dome on Lord Batsy's side. Dreamstone. So, Cthulhu, what kind of advantage this gives to Lord Batsy?
So Dreamstone allows access to Tyranno Lair, and Tyranno Lair is half of one of the Go modes. So, depending what the next key item Lord Batsy finds, she may be on the way to finishing this seed.
Yes, because it only requires. Ooh, Laruba Mushtak. That's what I was mentioning before. Hoping for a black rock, and you also have a chance to change the name of your character if you want. Oh. Well, it was worth the check. There's also other possibilities.
I have a custom emo tracker that tracks which rocks I've found.
Oh!
Just something I really wanted to have.
So the options right now for the runners in terms of checks, they have Son of Sun in the future. It's a quick check, but you do have, it's advisable to have fire protection for that. They have Genodome available, they have the Reptite Lair, Ares Dome, and Mount Woe. Did I miss any?
No, you did not. And they're all relatively short dungeons. I think every one of those dungeons can be completed in less than 10 minutes.
We see Lord Batsy trying to get a dig from the Evil Wheels. It's a strategy she's using right now to try and get access to the secret tunnels that they will give you 2 very high tiered loot chests, and it's very rewarding if you get a specific item like a very good weapon or armor or mega elixir. It may be the difference you need. Ooh, and she got the magic tab. Well, magic tab is not that exciting, but let's see what the next chest will bring her.
So Aku now fighting Guardian. So Aku did all those checks. Went to Dactyl, grabbed the grind. Now he went to the same decision that Batsy made, but he's going to have a little bit better damage going into this fight. And he's going to find that same Dreamstone.
Interesting strategy already, using anti-life and life on Chrono.
Gonna be really interesting to see what Aku does after he gets this Dreamstone, and what we find in Reptite.
Armor from the secret chest.
That's great.
Secret chest. And a Kali Blade. Oh. Chrono, a Kali Blade here. In a
Ooh,
frenzy match for Chrono.
frenzy.
Oh, this is a good loot for Aku to go for.
Batsy is stomping through Reptite Lair here.
Really fast.
I actually think Batsy has a bit of an advantage right now, as things stand.
Yeah, because she is already starting off her second boss fight really soon, and Aku's going for his first check. Although he went all the way for all the extra chests, so he may have some better loot or more loot than Lord Batsy had.
Now, one thing that's really interesting about Lost Worlds is there's really only one thing you find as a key item that is a disappointment, and it's the pendant. And some of the changes that have been made in this beta version of Lost Worlds are early pendant charge is now available as a flag. What that means is as soon as you find pendant, it can be immediately used to open sealed doors in the run. In the future,
And
which can be nice, but you still don't want to find it, but it makes it sting a little worse.
Yes, I mean, it can also affect even your routing because, right? If you find
Yeah.
it early on, I mean, why not go and grab all the sealed door, open up all the sealed doors in the future to get some extra really good loot?
Yeah, especially let's say you have a team that would excel at Guardian or Reptite Lair equally. You could go the Reptite Lair first, and if you happen to get Pendant, then when you go through Aristome, you can grab the sealed door while you're there and not waste as much time. But that door in particular is the highest tier loot. The only other place you can get loot or that has that high tier is Black Omen.
Yeah, let's see.
Maybe Ocean Palace.
Let's see if they. I think it's Mount Woe as well.
Yes, Mount Woe as well.
Oh! Things are getting scary on Lord Batsy side. Maybe she's going to use an Ether or heal people.
I think she can save it.
Okay, that was a really well use of a meat tonic.
Yes, it was.
Really good use.
I think she'll be able to save it. She's a very talented player. As Aku runs into Son of Sun, which means we might get key items at similar times here.
Interesting.
This is divergence here, because this is not a long fight that Aku's in.
Maybe he's going to finish his fight very close to Lord Batsy.
We're not far behind at all.
And it's a really good row in terms of techs. I mean, we have Dark Mist, Anti-Life, Ice 2, and Fire 2 already coming up.
Oh yeah, this is the Dream Team. Like, Lord Batsy has the all-magic Dream Team. That is a team that if you can go through the Black Omen, you're not going to have any trouble until Zeal 2.
That's when you get a problem. Ooh, let's go down. Yeah, the unfortunate part is that when you reach Zeal 2, you don't have a really good single tech AoE to use, so it kind of gets tricky to finish her with this team.
And what do we get? A Chrono Trigger. Batsy's next decision will be vital. The next key item that she finds.
Yeah, Chrono Trigger is one of the key items that you need to open up the Black Omen. The other one is the clone. And with them both, you can open up the path to the Death Peak and climb Death Peak, reach the top of it, and open up the Black Omen.
Yeah, so this whole section of the game that they're in right now, they are trying to find the pair of Dreamstone and Ruby Knife or Chrono Trigger and Clone. They don't necessarily care which one. Certain teams do. This team is arguably better at Lavos than Zeal.
Son of Sun is down. Son of Sun. Over.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Now, we've got Batsy climbing Dactyl. This is interesting because you're probably not going to change characters at this point. So what are you looking for here?
Interesting question.
And there's Go Mode for Aku with the Dreamstone Ruby Knife combo and a team that excels at Lavos. Aku said earlier to me today, he said that a Lost Worlds run could be under an hour. I told him it's never happened, and he said, well, maybe it'll be today.
Well, I'm excited to see that right now. Let's see how he's going to play out there.
Everything would have to be perfect, so I'm not trying to put too much pressure on him. But this is a very early Go Mode with a team that's going to do pretty well.
Very efficient so far.
If you can find a good weapon for Chrono.
Well, we all know there's we saw a Kali Blade in the Reptite lair, but I don't think he's going for that.
I don't either. There could be something else somewhere in the run, too.
I want to see, will Lord Batsy change her party right now?
No. I have a rule. I know Aku does not have a rule. Oh, he does switch, or Lord Batsy does switch Chrono in as well.
Well,
in a different configuration.
Yes, I think it's an overall better team if you are aiming for win, because your last battle against ZO2 will be very more consistent, much more consistent. I mean, considering we have player available. Ooh, and akuheish already going into the Tyrell, and I mean, wow.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I have a rule for Lost Worlds. I'm not allowed to go Lavos Go Mode without Mount Woe. I know Aku does not follow that rule at all.
Well, I mean, they are certainly lacking some equipment, because what is the weapon Chrono? What's the weapon Chrono is using right now? I don't something.
Wood sword.
Really?
It's wood sword.
Oh, well.
He just had his menu open before he went in. Now here's the thing Pseudo-Arc brings up in chat.
Yes.
Speed is huge in Lost Worlds. If you're not familiar with Lost Worlds, you don't realize until you're playing it, you don't get that many speed tabs. You get almost no guaranteed tabs in a Lost Worlds run. And so what that means is characters like Luca and Marl both being on the same team can be a detriment because their speed is like 8.
Yes. It's something to consider. I mean, the strategy is a lot different than normal seeds because you have access to a lot of speed tabs overall, but here, no.
Now, you do have a higher than average chance of getting a dash ring because of how many high-tiered chests you have access to so quickly. But if you don't find a speed belt or a dash ring, speed can be huge. But it can be mitigated for sure.
Our loot in Tyranno lair has not been quite significant. We did see Rainbow Helm, but that was it. No weapons. Oh, that was a good skip there.
There goes Batsy heading into Son of Sun, where she will also find the ruby knife.
That might bring about a 5, maybe about-ish difference. Maybe 4 to 5 minutes. Let's
Yeah,
see.
we'll have to see where Black Tyranno gets finished. Or Nisbal.
Yeah, so Aku is starting his fight against Nisbel 2 at 22:15.
I've got that marked
Let's
down.
keep that in mind. Yeah, that's one of the good things about Lost Worlds. If you don't have enough time to play like a really long sea, like trying a challenge attempt to like that bring you to 4 hours and you don't have that time to play, you just play Lost Worlds.
That's only you that does that, Moon. You and Brocky.
Lost Worlds is a really quick flag set to play, and it's really fun.
Lost Worlds is really interesting because, well, again, I'm really not trying to put pressure on the runners, but they've had excellent runs so far, both of them, with good teams, good techs, and pretty decent gear. The world record's at like a 105, somewhere in that ballpark. It's not impossible that we might see a beta record here.
Yes, I mean, excited for that. What's the record? I think it 105.
I think it's a 105, somewhere in that ballpark. Anti-Life does not ignore Black Tyranno's defenses.
It does, however, ignore Red Knight's. I mean, it's not that Red Knight has high defense; it has like protection. If you don't use border, you're going to miss all your attacks, so you can use anti-life on Ruby Knife for Lord Batsy, and she has
Nisbal is down.
right now. That was a 2-minute fight, not bad.
24-20. Looks like Batsy might be doing a little bit of shopping first.
Yeah, also something to consider for Lost Worlds. You don't have access to all the characters. You have to build your party based on the characters that you start with, the 2 that you start with, the one in the Protodome, and another character that's available in Dactyl's Nest, and that's it. I mean, you can't go and grab and search for your favorite character all the time.
Yeah, you get 4 characters and you will make a team out of them. No, it is just telling you from experience with races and everything, the amount of time it costs to get the 4th character is almost always worth it. You almost always statistically get a better team out of it.
Interesting.
So, yeah, because it's really not that much time to climb Dactyl or go to the Dome. Every race that I skipped getting a 3rd character, I lost time in fights in a huge way from a more optimal team. So that was something Procky told me a long time ago.
We have to consider for this race in particular, Lord Batsy has access to a really good sword for Chronos so far, which is the Kali Blade, and Aku does not. Let's see if that's going to play a huge factor here.
Yeah, and nothing has replaced it that I've seen either. Aku hasn't found anything else.
Wood sword.
He's still using that wood sword.
Wow, brave. Let's say brave. How he is going to get? I mean, only relying on Chronos is going to help and be like a eater thrower.
He's a cheerleader. He's on the side. He's like, "Go, Magus! Come on, you got this, Luminaire!"
Luminaire with a wood sword, wood sword percent. Well, Flare is there.
Batsy is not that far behind. We're
He
gonna
should.
have it. We're gonna have an exact time amount, but
Was that
really
intended?
not that bad.
Uh,
What's that?
was that intended for her to run into this encounter? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Anti-life, life, and flare. That's a really good strategy for Tyrannolair, as you don't have a good weapon on Chrono. That's what we have. And it's going to do some decent damage, let's say, well. But I don't think he's going to be able to finish Tyrannol before his major AoE magical attack.
And that is dangerous because that is a lot of damage.
Yeah, so far it's slightly...
But Aku is a very experienced player at playing just barely over where you need to be. Aku could pull this off.
Well, but if he rely on the... I hope he's not relying on being able to finish Black Tyranno off before the final attack, because he doesn't have barriers on so far, and I haven't seen Dream, and I don't know if they're going to survive
I'm not sure. I think it depends what his health rolled.
Why?
He's gambling here a little bit.
He is.
And if he loses, that's a big gain for Batsy. If he wipes here,
maybe
Batsy is very much still in this race, even without a wipe.
Maybe he's going to throw the barriers now. Oh my god, this
I don't know.
Final chance.
Oh.
A fire attack.
Oh.
Wow.
Does he have HP down?
HP, Luca, and he decided for another attack. Let's see if he finishes it off.
Uh-oh. He better have an...
Oh, no.
That's it for Aku,
Luca
I think.
was eaten alive.
And Lord Batsy is about to be finishing this. Aku really need an elixir there to just heal MP and HP and continue the rampage. Probably could have finished it, but I don't even know if that's in his bag right now.
I think only throwing some barriers before the fight, that would make him more resistant to that attack, and I don't know if he has though.
Yeah, and you'd think they would still have the elemental armor on from Son of Sun. I usually don't take it off unless I have something just heads and tails better.
And they do have access to it.
And we see Batsy finishing
30, 26.
30, 26.
About 5 minutes.
That was exactly 6 minutes and 6 seconds.
Yeah, because of the 2 extra fights that she was not able to skip, that's about a check. About a check, the actual check. Yeah. That's it.
Yeah, really not bad at all. An excellent
not bad at all.
At 31 minutes.
I am really liking
in-game dungeon.
And with that gold earring as well, I see 2 barriers, so the race. Oh, the frenzy band.
Now, due to an error, or a bug, until last week, a fire black Tyranno was not actually possible to roll. So we're getting to see all the new stuff in this seed.
Yeah. I've never, I can confirm that. I've played quite a few seeds and I haven't seen a fire black Tyranno. But now I have today.
Batsy, unfortunately, pressing the wrong switch on the way out, costing a little bit more time as Aku continues the fight. Going with about the same strategy. No, it doesn't look like there's barriers on anybody.
I think this strategy is a doable. It's a doable strategy for this situation. The only issue is that he would need those barriers on to survive.
It's gonna be
Anti-life
interesting.
and life is a really good strategy because you don't have a good weapon on Chrome. Lord Betsy will not be able to use it because she's not using Megas, but has a good weapon on Chrono. So let's see how she's going to approach this fight. And she forgot to heal? With an Antipode 3 available.
Wow.
I
Great
don't...
spell.
Oh.
People be sleeping. I'm saying it all the time, Moon. People sleep on Antipode 3.
Antipode 3. Well, their ATB bar seems to be feeling quite slow.
Down to 2 on the count on Akuheish's side. This is close. We're at the point where a death to either player swings this race, or could swing this race in a big way.
Correct me
If
if I'm
Aku
wrong.
wipes and Batsy wins, completely turns this race on its head.
Indeed. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm feeling the ATB bar feeling from Lord Betsy is taking longer than usual, so I don't think she's using battle speed 1 or 2.
No, I think that might be the ATB penalty for Luca with Antipode 3.
Oh, and they don't have any speed tabs on.
They don't have speed tabs to make it any better, so it does hurt it a little bit. But it is easy, hard-hitting damage.
And Aku managed to recover from the AoE fire attack.
Wow. Batsy trying to fight through this.
Okay, okay. Girl will survive, but will the girl survive? Oh,
Here it
Chrono
comes.
life. Someone, please.
Trying to revive Luca and continue the assault. They might both make it through, and they might not be that far from each other.
At the same time. They are
Now
so close.
this is a close record, or a close race with record potential.
I down Aku side.
Aku cleaning up his Tyranno first and heading into the bio break of the run as Lavos roars and smashes into the ground.
Yeah, about Antipode 3, it was for a long time it was a really, I mean, I used to rely on that for the final Lavos fight for quite some time with the shield strat. Do you remember that? Whenever?
Yes.
But nowadays we have Crisis Arms available in some feeds, and that's not quite. That's not the best strategy to go with a Crisis Arm. Because in Jet 2.0, the Crisis Arm was not that much of a big deal, wasn't it?
And there goes Black
Wow.
Tyranno for Batsy. An excellent
Let's
first
go.
fight, and they are a cut scene away from each other right now, heading into the final dungeon with differing teams. Oh, this has me excited. I'm hoping we find a rainbow somewhere along the way, because that would just make this perfect.
Awesome.
Tyranno at under 40 minutes is incredible.
So it's a famine. Having Maul and Luke in your party, they are both really slow. So you don't have access to a speed tab here in Kajar, and you can also go a little out of your way to grab some extra speed tab by fighting the news in Enhassa.
Mian asking, do you think they'll check the Kajar rock? I don't think they will. I think Aku would have been the one to check it, and it's going to be just far enough out of the way. Aku's not going to go for it with a potential record on the line. Aku, with his claims this weekend, he's going to be fighting as hard as he can to finish strong with an amazing time here.
What's going to be Aku's strategy for the final fight? Will he buy that Kali Blade? There is a Kali
He's
Blade
hoping.
available.
I don't know if he'll buy the Kali Blade. He might just hope he finds something, which is a bold strategy.
Oh, there's another
But
strategy.
Luminaire's not the worst tech in the world either.
Yeah, but how can he reach the 3,000 or 4,000 damage mark to eliminate Lavos center? Antipode 3 will do that, but
Yeah, that's true.
I don't think his Fire Sword 2 will. Something to consider.
It is. It is. I really think there are a number of high tier drops and chests ahead. He could find something better. I probably would have bought it to have the backup, but he might just be happy with the damage he's outputting right now, or he's doing it for the meme. He knows everybody's gonna be laughing at the Chrono with the wood sword that's fighting to save the
Well,
world.
why not?
It's a bold move.
It's a bold move. Let's see. I'm very curious to see. Lord Betsy is debating. I think she is debating about what kind of strategy in terms of shopping and what kind of items will she buy here in the new shop. Seeing whether she's going to sell, um, what she's going to sell, etc. Because there is a possibility to buy Mega Elixir's Red Mail and Amulets. But the money is short.
When you're talking about a go mode this early with suboptimal gear, no matter what other gear you have, having a wood sword on Chrono is suboptimal. I would say.
Suboptimal, definitely.
Sorry, I keep sneezing. With
It's
suboptimal gear, there are plenty of potential for wipes still in this run.
Oh, for sure.
So this race is very close, and it becomes even closer when you realize the danger both of these runners are moving into as they head into stereo bosses.
And Lord Betsy decided to go for the single speed tab. She did not visit in Hassel for the second speed tab. Let's hope this works out. We have about a maybe 2 minute difference only.
Yeah, really not much.
It's going to boil down to the final Lavos fight for sure.
I'm going to keep my eye out for the finish of Golem here. We'll find out how close this is. So the beam. So Aku is entering Ocean Palace at 4140. Lord Batsy nailing those fire and ice strats on Golem here.
Yeah,
As
so there's.
Aku hits, either intentionally or not, hits the scouter fight.
I think it's a good strategy to go and explore the chests here in the Ocean Palace. You can grab the chest without getting the encounter, but it's kind of tricky. I think it's a 1 pixel position that you must be right above in the corner, so you can grab the chest. But either way, they are dropping elixirs. That's amazing.
So you think Aku is just taking every opportunity he has to find a Shiva Edge or a Swallow
Yes.
2 or Rainbow?
Also, yeah. I mean, we have a grinding spot very close now. I wonder how much time they will spend grinding because gear situation is something to consider. So far, no weapon for Chrono. Zodiac Cape.
Yeah.
If you're going to rely on anti-poetry, you don't really need a good weapon for Chrono, but I mean, it's always good. There is also a secret chest. You know about the secret chest here in
Yeah,
Cthulhu?
the Demon Hit chest, where the
Yeah,
Demon Hit is in vanilla.
yeah.
Yeah, that's a great chest to check, and I definitely would have checked it if I were Aku in this position. But Aku is probably looking at the timer, and he's saying, Lavos takes about 14 minutes. How fast can
Right.
I get this done? Oh, he is going off to this other side, though. He is getting every chest he can find. He's looking for that hidden rainbow.
Yeah, as mentioned in chat, that's the thing. You have to be very precise in terms of decision and strategy. How long will you grind? If you don't grind much and you end up wiping because you didn't grind enough, then you're kind of losing. I mean, you're losing time. You maybe if you grind a little bit more, but
And
then if you
different
grind too much,
teams,
that's a lot of time.
yeah, different teams need different amounts of grinding
For
for
sure.
levels, tech points, or gear. Some teams can get away with being a low level if they have the right techs and dual techs available.
Luca with flare is all we need for this grinding spot here. Dark matter will also work, but I think Aqua is preferring flare over dark matter. Or maybe I don't
And
know its
Silver
exact.
Stud
Oh,
on
silver stud.
Batsy's side.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
Guys, I'm gonna say it. We're tied right now. Because
Oh.
the amount of grinding they do is completely up to them. But they are literally at the same point in the game right now. This is a direct tie in this race right now.
Oh, the Khazar rock was black rock.
Oh no! Would you have saved enough time to make up for the 2.5 minutes it would have taken you to go out of the way?
I mean, it's not a really long detour. If
But maybe
you,
it's not that long.
I
I'd
think
have
I
to
think it's
time it.
about a minute, maybe.
Because it's the one on
It's
the
located.
floating island of Zeal, right?
It's the one located in the same area that you go to get your new shop. So you just have to do
Oh,
the. Yeah, you have to do the
oh, then
sequence.
yeah. I'm sorry. I thought it was in the other island. My apologies. No, if it's with the new shop, they
Yeah.
definitely could have checked that. Oh no. We're gonna have to let them both know that.
That's what I did. I don't know if you remember. That's what I did in the semifinals to get the blue rock.
Yes. Oh my goodness.
I checked. Oh, I checked the prehistory. I checked Zio, and it's kind of I mean, you have to, you know that you're investing time, but if you get the right rock, then it's wow, such an advantage.
Yeah, I tend to check Laruba in Lost Worlds when I go to prehistory. If I have a team that could benefit.
So level 26, Aku is at level 26. 26. Let's see, Betsy.
I think
25.
Aku likes to go
26.
for. I want to say Aku always says he wants to go for 28 to 30. Wood Sword Chrono might be a little higher than that. We'll have to see.
Oh, that's going to be anti-life and life strats? For lava?
It's dangerous, but it could work.
Yeah, flare, anti-life.
Yeah, anti-life is dangerous in the Lavos fight. But it can work, but you almost have to go for that and almost nothing else. Your other party member just has to be spending consumables to keep that rolling. So easy for that strategy to fall out of your hands.
Viewers from the skies.
Welcome welcome to the chat from the Blackbird.
Welcome in. Ice 2. I don't think Ice 2 is kind of risky here in this encounter. That and Aku is deciding for an extra grinding moment, and let's see if this early decision of
Darksaber. Does Darksaber
Delta
help?
Force. Darksaber is not a decent weapon for Chrono, but well, it's better than the Wood Sword.
It might be a bit better than the Wood Sword. Batsy is done grinding.
Well, let's go. It's now or never. Ooh. Okay. She was behind for quite some time, and now.
Well, but she was always one check behind, and she had taken that extra check, which did give her some extra XP, maybe some access to text that Aku may not have had. And her team differential helped her through a few bosses.
Yes,
it makes sense how close this is. It's really anybody's race.
I am so eager to watch how the final Lavos fight is going to be. We'll be having elevator problems as well.
Both of our easy elevator characters are not in this seed.
Yes. And we don't have Robo in for the Max Cyclone, killing 3 of them. You have to make sure Robo's in the first position for that, but that's a possibility. You can use Max Cyclone to hit 3 of the skeletons. Oh, that's going to be Ice 1, Fire 1, and Lightning 1.
The beta also has the Legacy of Cyrus flag, and the Legacy of Cyrus flag um, has been updated now to have character locking while still allowing you to move your characters in different positions. So you can still use those cool robo positional based strategies. So that's something else to look forward to, is some of those new features.
Interesting. Yeah, the Kali blade is going to give an advantage here in the elevator for Batsy. That's for sure.
And Aku is still grinding it out. He's on his way down the steps, but he's grabbing every fight on his way. If Batsy is not overconfident and is just as strong as she feels she is, she could very well take this race.
Yes. Fire 1 and Ice 1 for some kick. Kill. Okay, Aku is going down. And this dreadful fight in the elevator that you have to hit the scouter with the equivalent attack. So yellow, lightning, blue, ice, and fire for the red ones. And it does take a while because they attack a lot. One of the ideas here that you can use is like wait, use single target attacks, and then when you have only 2 of the same color remaining, you can use an AoE right there.
I think Batsy will have finished her elevator before Aku has started his. It's really gonna come down to the 3 sections of Lavos.
Yes. And I mean, it was a decision Aku decided to grind more. So... wow, Lucas at level 32, 31, 32. That's going to put him in a good position in terms of levels. Like having a couple of levels more than Batsy, maybe that's going to make the difference. Keep 1 out of 2. So this is a tricky skip. You have to go like, oops.
This one is tricky. Once you get it down, you can get very consistent at it.
Yeah.
But it is tricky.
Yeah, the way I go, I like, you go past them, and when you return, you only touch. And as soon as you touch by walking, and then you run away. You go to the right, and then you run away. That's the way I try to approach that. The way I like to do it, I like walk, touch them, and then run away. Kali Blade, Rainbow Helm, Gold Earring. Oh, equipment wise, Chrono is okay on Lord Batsy's side. Aku with the Dark Saber, well,
setting up some timers here so we can keep right up on how close this action is.
so Luca has access to Hypno Wave, maybe? Hyper wave. Let's go. If and the elevator, after finishing off his elevator fight, he doesn't. He has access to like 2 with Megas, I think, so after Chrono deals with the other one with his lightning 1 attack, he can just do Ice 2 and finish off the elevator
Very
fight.
nice. Batsy continuing her way through this Twin Golems fight with the risky strategy, the Antipode. If that doesn't finish, that's the slowest animation, and it's a heavy-hitting AoE. When a reset.
And that's going to put her... wow, she's still in the lead, but I mean, it's only a 15 seconds difference right now. That was very unfortunate because I think she was trying to count HP and she was relying on anti-podes doing all the damage necessary for them to die at the same time, but it was not enough. Maybe a safer Ice or 2 Hypno Wave strats with haste will do the trick here.
It looks like that's exactly what's happening.
Yeah, because you can, as soon as your attack finishes, like if she uses an Ice or 2, you can stack in and queue up a Hypno Wave action from Luca that's going to make them sleep. So you can just wait for your ATB bar to fill up and do it all over again.
Aku now starting his fight.
Oh no, Luca's down.
Oh, we got life.
And she's using Ice 1 to change his pattern.
Not a bad idea, just to get him off of whatever is destroying you. Get him onto something a little bit less effective. Especially if it's something you might have elemental absorption of.
Yes. Oh! Luca's down on Aku's side. And
Luca
he's
is
going
tired
for the kill.
Luca is tired on both both runners' parties right now. She just can't stay awake.
So the tricky thing to consider in this situation, you can't kill them both at the same time if you don't have a way to... Oh no, the shadow counter attack.
Oh no.
The double shadow
reset.
counter attack. Oh no.
The second runner to fall to that strategy by Twin Golems, as Lord Batsy gets the burp on one of the golems.
Too much boss random. We used to do a lot of the golems fight, but since the boss random started, there isn't a random bosses for Lost Worlds, right?
I think it's compatible. But I'm not 100% sure what all it randos.
Okay, so let's see.
It doesn't rando a lot of the bosses, but it randos some of them.
No. The shadow counter attack.
Again. Heavy hitting, and it's fast.
Yeah, and you can't attack Aura Will Flare. Let's go.
That only saves you, it doesn't stop what's coming. Gonna get hit with another one for 300 damage.
so we can, so correcting Silwark telling us that
Oh, I didn't
we
know that,
can
Silwark, sorry.
was Randall. We've lost words now.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Pseudo-Arc saying it now randos every single boss in Lost Worlds except Lavos.
Oh, a second wipe on Dougal for our Aqua side.
This is really coming down to the wire with this
Wow.
low gear they had.
Wow. Keep it safe. Keep it safe. Keep it safe.
Yeah, you gotta play safe.
I think Betsy doesn't want to. No, that's a huge. Wow.
That's very unfortunate.
It's very unfortunate, but for the viewers, this was exactly what they were asking. A synced dual double golem fight. Let's go.
If you wanted a close race that went back and forth, then you have come to the right place.
Yeah, I think, yeah, at least how I think I would approach that is like Hypno Wave, haste everyone, I saw you, Hypno Wave, and I mean the only issue is that
it feels slow, but it's the safest method to get through this fight.
Yeah,
and safety is gonna cost is not gonna cost you time. In this tight of a fight.
The only problem you'd get is like if you go Ice or 2, you're attacking them both, and then they might die at the same time. So if you just use a barrier, if they have a barrier, someone would survive and you'd get through the fight. But
well, part of the trouble is Aku can't haste because he doesn't have access to it.
So considering his team right now, I think Hypno Wave would still be a safer strat. That's not going to work again.
Unfortunate. Really hard fought here.
Hypno, yes, Hypno Wave Dark Matter. The only problem is there is a very small chance that you can get the Shadow AoE attack in between. After you use the Dark Matter and you queue up the Hypno Wave, there is a small chance, a very small chance. I do remember I had to reset once because I got a dual Shadow attack. Even still I had Hypno Wave queued on. But yeah, that would be, I think, the way to go for Aku. A safer strategy. I mean, why they're not abusing... Why Aku is not abusing Hypno Wave?
It may not be something he's had to use in any of his runs. It may not be something that's been vital information for him.
Chrono with 600 HP, he would survive the dual flirts.
Aku comes from boss rando where it's probably not that often you run into double golem here.
Oh, fair. That's 2,000 hit points away if they both die from. Well, I think that's it right now. Luminaire.
Yeah, this should be perfectly safe for Aku right now.
Okay, good.
Yep, this should be pretty safe for Aku, I think.
Nice.
Oh, we see one of them dropping for Batsy.
Batsy the blur. Nice.
Alright, so
Aku again in the lead.
at 106.39, finishing double golems. as
Batsy,
he.
not far off.
No, I don't think she is either. And Aku will now
Delta
likely
Force for
go
the knee.
save. He will likely go save and then start his shell fight.
The second one is not dead yet. The second blur. Let's go. A minute difference. I mean, it will come down to Lava's strategy and execution. Akko has the levels required for this fight.
Yeah, you were right. It was almost exactly a minute.
Well, Akko has like a couple of levels more. So, but Batsy has the Kali Blade in a different setup, in a different team.
This is close.
Chrono is at level 30, and Akko has Chrono at level 32.
That's very low levels for how not optimal their gear is.
Yes. Lavos phase 1, let's go.
At 108.18 as Aku enters the Lavos shell fight.
Aku is not healing, he's just going for all the attacks.
Now this shell has a pretty high amount of HP. How much HP does this shell have?
12,000.
Wow. That is a tanky boy.
That's the obstacle now. And how bad the situation will get. Lost.
About 45 seconds behind Aku as Batsy starts her shell battle. This battle could make up all the difference. We have Delta Force available, which can be good if the timing is right.
Lapis for the heals. Aku tanking the AoE non-elemental attack. He's going for the kill. Meanwhile, Lord Batsy with the haste. Delta Force. Let's count HP and finish off with Delta Force.
Oh, lock.
Oh no, triple wipe.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Unfortunate. Oh no. If everyone is hasted, this battle will be Luca dead, maybe. Mario's dead, maybe. 5 HP, Luca. An hour will.
It can be a nice heal in a tight spot. This is a tight race. You can tell
From the heavens.
every one of these battles is to the wire, just barely eking out these wins.
Indeed. Batsy with the safe routes, healing.
Aku is if Batsy wins this fight, Aku becomes a couple minutes behind. Actually, this is a long fight.
The AoE, and for the final attack,
There it
Down!
goes. So a
And
couple minutes now between our runners as Lord Batsy gets to a save point, locking her progress from this point on.
yeah, and we should notice also that Ice Sword 2 and Fire Sword 2, they used to do much less damage than they now provide. They were kind of a they were not very good back in 2.0.
Unfortunately, Aku going down again to the shell.
Oh, last shelter.
Yeah, it was. I noticed it was Batsy's exact last shelter, which is just efficient in the best possible way.
No, Luca.
Good night, Luca.
Live 1 or 2
And she
or reset?
resets.
Wow. I mean, yes. Why not? Let's hope a good RNG so that the boomerangs hit Chrono and she can use anti-poetry before the massive boomerang.
Yeah, that's exactly
Power.
what needs to happen here.
A good
One of those
RNG
arms has to go down.
and a fast menuing, and that should be it. I don't know what speed, battle speed she's using right now. Well, for Aku, I mean, there's also another option. He can, there's an option to wipe to Lavos Phase 1 and crash the epoch.
There is, but that is such a bold move. When if you're not confident you can beat Shell, how can you be confident you can beat Lavos 2 or 3? And you're not going to get a save point in between.
That's a fair statement. I'm just throwing out ideas.
No, it's definitely an option.
Well, but I must say, once I actually timed it, and depending overall on your speed to beat Phase 1, going through the cutscene is actually faster, and you have access to the new shop again.
It is.
If you can buy Prism Specs or something like a lot of Mega Elixirs, well, I know it's tricky, but
No, that's true. That's absolutely true. But if you don't know that there's something there that's going to be a difference maker, you're giving up the save point inside the shell. Where if you wipe, you're costing yourself more time every wipe. It's hard to know. Doors of Doom coming out.
Yeah, one again. And the boomerangs.
Going for the aura whirl for safety. As Aku finishes his fight.
Let's go.
No, that's gonna put Aku.
That's going
to about 3 minutes behind Batsy currently, but definitely within wiping distance.
No more shelters. Go!
Second arm for Batsy. This fight just got a whole lot safer.
that's an anti-pode 3 before you. I mean, you do have an option to use a tech right there, but you have to wait for the obstacle for Lavos to unlock his defenses. So everyone is hasted except for Chrono, but that's okay.
Chrono's just hanging out with his wooden sword.
The Shadows Lane, Flame, Battle, and...
Yeah, this should be over pretty quickly.
She needs to heal though. Lapis?
Reset from Aku.
Oh.
Putting him a little farther behind in this epic struggle they're having.
Oh my!
Back
Here it
and
comes.
forth race.
Okay, good. Okay, good.
No, I think she's got it right here. This should do it.
Okay, good. Let's go!
Okay, at 1:18:45, Aku heading into Lavos 2 as Lord Batsy finishes it up. Hopefully for the final time, though anything could happen here.
Anything.
Anything.
Wow, Chrono's dead already. Oh my, Lavos is...
It's not starting off in a good spot.
And look at go! No.
Well, there's nothing you can do at that point. You just have to reset. Aku has to be getting frustrated at how this seed is unfolded at the end here. As Batsy nails the menu glitch and gets her team ready for this final fight.
She has access to a few meat tonics, a couple of elixirs, and a hyper ether.
Oh, but not a whole lot.
Yeah, 2 elixirs. Well,
now they do have a silver stud. That helps on Luca.
Yes. No worries about MP.
And with Aura Whirl and Flare, you've got a way to do substantial damage and keep your team alive. So there's some counterplay to be had here.
Oh, that's a very convenient RNG for the attack on Chrono instead of the girl.
Yeah, absolutely.
Crying heavens.
Oof. A big hit. And the finish off.
Poor Luca. Poor
Batsy's
Luca.
gonna have to try to save this, probably with life on Chrono.
Right. Or I saw 2 to finish the center. Let's see.
Yeah, that could be a play, because Luca's speed is so low, it's still gonna take time. They are not letting her have much breathing room here.
This is so close.
Casting haste on herself, which is the play to make here.
Okay, there's a chance. There is a chance.
There's a great chance here as Aku heads back into Lavos 2, which has really been a bit of a speed bump here. For both runners, it was a challenging fight.
Oh, and she decided for a auto and shield Chrono. And she's taking the Grand Stone. Maybe for an island triple, the 3 would be... Oh no! The Grand Stone is coming.
That center needs to go down now.
Yeah,
oh,
because...
It's coming. Moon.
The 8,000 damage. She was like 3,000 off.
Chrono might survive though.
She was. Oh, he will, but I don't think Luca normal will.
No, but with life and the natural high speed of Chrono.
But he will queue up attacks.
Yeah, he will. It's not going to be easy, but he might be able to pull it off here.
Let's hope.
Especially if he gets Morrow up, he can life 2 while going in to try to finish the center.
Let's go back. Yeah, that's one of the worst things about this fight is that when Lava decides to queue, oh no, invading lights, no.
Oh, Aku about to drop again, unfortunately. Or come very close to it. He's in a rough spot. Not enough grinding.
Wow. No, I mean I don't know. We have Lava's queuing up a lot of attacks on Batsy's side as well.
I think Batsy's gonna be okay. She's got this under control.
Let's go.
Center does need to drop.
The problem is he's going to use invading lights right now, and that's not good. Haste is gone. Haste is again. We need to remove that slow. ASAP.
Aku heading out of the shell.
Really? Wow. Well, the race isn't over. Let's go.
Looks
Oh
like
no,
he might be
Luca!
heading to Reptite to grind.
And Molly doesn't have MP for life too. Oh. Yeah, recovering is possible. It's possible.
It's gonna be tough, but she's fighting. Aku running through the secret tunnel.
Well, he'll get a Kelly Blaze, that's for sure. Oh no! No, 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 no!
Oh, what a tight fight. This is so close, Moon.
Wow, it is.
I know, these can be so frustrating because you feel like if you can get them under control, you can save it. But how much time are you willing to spend trying to save it with a chance to still lose that time? Oh.
So yeah, I think a good strategy for there was a chance for a second antipode tree that would wipe the center, and he would counterattack and kill someone, but then the center would be dead. She could haste everyone, but I don't know how this.
Yeah, she's getting in a heal loop, but she has to feel like a coup is right on her tail.
Yeah, that's possible. It's definitely possible, but I'll dream was incoming. Mar is not going to survive that.
No.
And he's going to queue up an attack.
I think this is going to be a wipe here.
The race isn't over. The race isn't. Wow. It was a really exciting fight against Lavas, but I wonder how Aku is feeling right now. I mean, he's taking a huge detour from the fight.
Yeah, Aku is taking pretty deep detours. I don't know if those guys were just dropping something great. But Lord Batsy heading back in, hoping the luck will be a little better.
very quick lost word seed. But then Lavas decides, no. Yeah, 4.5 rounds.
Yeah, it's
Wow.
really interesting that he's doing Reptite.
Yeah, I mean, I think he wants some Luton levels, and that's the fastest way out.
No, he wants Pendant so he can go to the fair and buy revives and ethers and
Oh.
everything.
Oh,
That's what he wants. He wants access to those consumables that he desperately needs for this Lavos fight. That's what keeps getting him in trouble.
okay, attempt number 2. Let's go. I think that's okay for Aku to go back, maybe? Maybe no? He got a couple of levels, a Kali Blade, some better equipment.
Yeah, I think sometimes it can be the play to go out and stock up, especially if you can get your hands on consumables. But you can't feel good about it. Is he checking the shop, or is he going to do woe?
Whoa. Interesting.
I think he's probably just checking the shop.
I think he did because Chrono has 155 attack right now. I think that's because of the Kali Blade. I'm
Excellent.
not sure. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. He's crashing the April? No. Crashing the epoch. No. No. And here we go. Yeah, same before.
I think he was checking if you could get to the end of time.
Yeah, I don't think you can, right?
I don't think so. But I might be wrong. It's been a little while since I've played a Lost Worlds.
Yeah, I don't think you can because the cursor went all the way back.
No, he definitely won't have to fight the shell. It'll just let him in.
No, she's not going to survive this Shadow of the Blade.
Unfortunate.
Yeah, that's the mark I usually like to go for, like 380 hit points on everyone. Like everyone must be like 400 health and more before that attack. After flame battle, everyone must have like 400 health, or else it's an AoE wipe, and that's not good. Race is on! Race is on! Woo! Exciting.
Yeah, we are heading into Lavos. And look at these excellent, incredible graphics on the Super Nintendo. It's like we're really in the epoch.
Impressive, isn't it?
The floor always looks like the ceiling. That's just how life is.
Well, I mean, let's consider they're all in the same page right now. On the same page. Back to it again.
A very challenging fight for both players.
I mean, a frenzy band on Chrono with the Kali Blade, it's an option. You see Luca barely is able to survive. That's 416 damage, and she has 408 health.
Batsy wondering what she can do to get that edge.
Okay, and she is returning. Let's see how the lava fight on the Aqua side will go. Yeah, the lack of items is something. See, that's one of the difference. Luca survives a boomerang on
And that's one of the
Aqua.
reasons Black Omen is such a preferred go mode for some players in Lost Worlds, is you get a lot of great loot along the way and bosses that are predictable. You know exactly where you need to be with them because there's no randomness to them.
Yes, exactly. See, the level difference is taking. It's showing right now on Aku's side, like Luca is surviving from the boomerangs and he's able to use both arms.
There
at the
go
same
the arms. That's huge.
Oh, and they are both crashing the epoch. Wow, this is getting interesting.
I think Batsy just went out and stocked up on some consumables.
Yeah, she did buy a few mid eaters and some other consumables. This music, let's go.
And Aku has to be feeling more confident this time around.
As long as he heals everyone to more than 500 health, I'll be. He did not. Oh no! Well, Chrono survived.
Oh, but not by much.
Evil emanation.
As
Oh, the next
Batsy
one will be
wakes
big.
up inside the shell.
Inside the shell, she is. Well,
Aku,
Chrono barely surviving is exactly what he needs. Could make it through the fight right now. Hopefully.
I think he will. This guy can't have much health left, like 1 or 2 fire swords. There he goes.
Aku in the lead.
Aku in the lead. See if he nails this menu glitch, because this is going to be pretty critical for both of these guys, I think.
Shield Luca. Shield Omar. Make them survive the thing. That is interesting. That is an interesting choice. I mean, she knew that the boomerangs would one-shot Luke and Mal, but with his shield on, they will survive.
Yeah, that's true.
As long as Lava doesn't decide to one-shot, aim for the same person.
Which can and will happen sometimes, but what can you do?
Apparently, he's only using the boomerangs on Chrono this time. He can detect whether they are protected or not. Apparently.
Wouldn't that be terrible?
Yeah. Well, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Shadow Dome Blaze is on. I think it's a magical attack. I'm not sure if you
I
can
think it is.
reduce. I think you can reduce it with barriers.
So we see Aku heading into Lavos 3 at 137.22, and Batsy, depending heavily on how the rest of this fight goes, may be right on his tail.
Fire Sword 2 against the Cord with 3.2 thousand damage.
Well, that's in that range you were talking about. You were saying you want that 3 to 4,000.
Yes. That's what you need if you want to kill the center fast. If you have like an attack with 2,000 damage, that's going to put you way behind in this battle. Anti-life. And with the following Fire Sword 2, that should be it for the center. Nice.
Yeah, there goes Center. Now he can life Magus back up while he waits for that defense to drop. It's actually a pretty smart strategy here, using those timings. Now, he won't be able to do that in the later phases. Like in the later, when Center Bit comes back, that'll become a lot riskier. But he can continue to AoE through that section.
For sure. Time to heal now. Time to heal now.
And Center should be coming back soon. He doesn't like to stay gone for long.
That's a much better control of the fight than the previous attempt on.
Oh, significantly so, as Batsy finishes up Lavos 2.
Oof!
If
Yeah,
Aku didn't look as in control as he does, this would be really tight. It's still, one mistake away from Batsy winning this, but I don't think she overtakes him with pure strategy.
Yeah, so far, battle is under control on Aku's side. Taking down the center again. Again, the center? Question mark? He is going bold.
He is. We see Batsy healing everybody up. Hopefully gonna get their magic all full as well.
He will not be able to use Fire Sword 2 right now because of MP. So the next time warp is Millennial Fair random status.
Oh, that can be awful.
It can. Spell random status.
We have a difference of
bad
about three
triple bad.
minutes.
Triple bad. It's 2 stopped characters and a chaos character.
Oh, that can't be good. As Batsy enters this fight and seems to have some amount of control, as Lava smacks for 400 damage, and she gets lucky with the second attack.
Chrono is going to come back after this evil star on Aku's side. Maybe, possibly, it's recoverable.
I definitely think it's recoverable. I think it's tight. He's got to play it well, but I think it's recoverable.
It is.
Is it recoverable before Lord Batsy takes advantage?
Oof.
That's the question. Because there goes Luca.
Aku was so close.
We are in a heal loop now, folks. On Aku's side. And we lose Luca, but we get her up real quick on Batsy's
The
side
dreamers
as
is
center bit
coming.
drops. This is close. This goes back to being an epic race between both of these great runners.
Indeed. They are all back, but I mean, Dreamless is going to make Luca. Oh no.
Center bit coming back on Batsy's side. If I'm in Batsy's shoes, I go heavy hitting AoEs. I go Antipode 3, and I use Chrono to keep everyone alive, throwing out Luminaires when I can.
For sure, for sure.
Just trying, because right now you're in that rare moment where the right bit's defense is down, at the same time as you needing to hit the center bit.
One more Antipode 3, and the center is...
Now that will get you counterattacked if you kill center bit with an AoE. Oh, Aku drops. Not sure where Aku is going to head now. Oh, back into this race.
Okay. Center is going down in 3, 2. Maybe Luca is dead, but Life 2 is there for this.
Batsy continuing this fight and really in control of it. Batsy could win this.
Oh,
she's playing safe, attacking that center
she
bit.
Is. She is.
There it goes with the single target smackdown.
Oof.
Defense goes up. We go ahead and haste Luca.
Let's go.
And we should be good to just go ahead and knock this guy down a peg as soon as that defense goes back down. There it is.
Let's go.
Antipode 2.
I mean, why not?
Yeah, it's a fine
single
attack.
target.
$2,000 damage is 2,000 damage. It's 10. That's 10% of his health right there.
Chrono 2 misses.
And Chrono taking the rest of the day off.
I wonder why she's preferring Antipode instead of Fire Sword 2 or Ice Sword 2.
Yeah, that's an interesting choice. And now she's wanting to keep Chrono up in case he needs to revive or something. But at this point, you just have to be focused on that damage.
Damage output.
I think she's gonna make it through. Even if the bit comes up, you can just go straight to AoE.
G3.
This should be down very soon.
Barely. Luke and Molly barely with the MP.
There it goes.
Barely.
Batsy taking the win.
And an impressive race. GG Lord Batsy with the win on 1 hour and 46. 146.15.
A strong finish.
Wow,
as Aku is in Lavos 2.
I mean, sometimes it was Aku ahead, and then Lord Batsy ahead, and then Aku ahead, and then Lord Batsy, and then the resets, and then we had a simultaneous reset. This was such an is being such an incredible race, an awesome show. Let's see if we have Lord Batsy in for an interview.
Two characters getting locked on Aku's side. This
Congratulations.
Lavos 2 fight.
Batsy setting up for interview will be in shortly. Hopefully Aku will be able to finish Lavos today. It's Lavos being terribly harsh on both sides. Lord Batsy, welcome in. GG.
Thank you.
Wow, what a feed.
I blame the lack of speed tabs.
So you blame it being Lost Worlds?
Pretty much. No, that and it being kind of a jet seed. I was actually sort of hoping I'd get forced to go to WoW or something so I could pick up some really good loot. But no, of course I found Go mode relatively quickly, so yeah.
Now, I got a fun question for you.
Uh-huh.
What rock do you think was in Zeal?
Was it the black one?
It was.
The black one.
And neither player picked it up.
Ah,
So tell us a GG for the win. I mean, you were all head to head. I mean, sometimes Aku was in the lead, and then you were in the lead, and then a reset here, and then a reset there. I mean, it was. What was your feeling when you were seeing like he hasn't done yet? He hasn't finished.
Yeah.
You know?
I was pretty surprised because, I mean, oh gosh, what did I get? Like a 146? I mean, what did I start Lavos at? Like a little after an hour? So
I think it was an hour.
I can
there.
tell you a little after an hour. Yes.
Yeah.
No, I was definitely. At first, I thought I was gonna do okay, and then Luca and Marl just were not quite fast enough to get ahead of the boomerangs most of the time, and then I left. I actually didn't know that Lost Worlds would dump me back out in Banker Dome.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was sort of panicking, and I didn't know if I could go to Zeal, like post-fall Zeal, to get the new shop again.
I see.
So I just bought mid-ethers and went back, and
You
then it
can.
went up. So, okay.
You can go to Post-Fall Zeal if you lose the shell fight.
If you lose to the shell fight, yeah,
Okay,
that's.
I had killed the shell, so.
Yeah, one of the things I said during the race was like, well, there's an option. If you lose to the shell, you can just go back and buy all the good things that the new shop had to offer. But that's a risky strat because you have to go all through that cutscene, etc.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't have the access to the save point. And well,
Yep.
Lavos was really high today, wasn't he?
Yeah, Lavos did a lot of Lavos things today. More
Yes.
than usual.
He's continuing to do them to poor Aku as well.
Yeah, so I'm gathering.
You got into a heal cycle in your second to last attempt. We were rooting for you to make it out of that so hard because it would have been amazing.
So close, yeah.
Yeah, no, to be honest, I really just would have loved, with this kind of setup, if I could have had space in my party for Frog or Robo. I mean, not that I could recruit them because I got everyone I could recruit, but just someone who had a single tech full party heal would have been really nice.
Yeah, and what about your final strategy for Lavos? I mean, why did you decide to use Anti-Pull 2 and Confuse?
So I was using Antipode 2 so that I wouldn't get hit with the X-Strike.
Okay.
my Confuse was doing okay. It wasn't doing as well as I would have liked it to, but it wasn't enough to two-shot the left bit, and that's as slow as I feel like I can accept for left bit strats.
Mm-hmm.
So, given I can't two-shot it, well, I better go with center bit strats, meaning I better be careful with the X-Strike counterattack. So if I used Antipode 3 with just the 2 bits, then I was just gonna get totally chewed up. So,
Aku getting knocked against the ropes
oh no.
as he loses another character and gets into a
Oh.
little bit of a healing cycle here. But he should have center bit down. Hopefully with this Confuse.
Yeah, if you have it, let's recover.
Oh,
Aku.
it's tight. It's tight, but it's
Recover
doable.
from this.
He needs all the support from the emotes in chat.
Recover from this. Let's finish Lavas. Let's go.
We believe in you, Aku.
So, at the very beginning, you went Guardian very quickly. What made you make the choice to go to Guardian as your first check?
It strikes me as the safest one, and I mean, maybe I'm not correct about that, but just given when Aristom happens in the vanilla game, mostly, I figured that would actually be a pretty quick check. Guardian isn't that dangerous overall, and luckily Vegas's Dark Mist was like literally just enough to kill the bits. I mean, like, I
Yes.
did like 5 points more than I
501.
needed to.
Yeah, I noted that. I saw that you kind of stopped and thought like, really, is he going to be able to one shot him? And then you went it
Yeah.
through. Let's go. This was a really impressive race. It's been a really impressive race. If you watch the VOD, you're going to see like, wow, you were like really close to each other, doing like all the time.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to this one.
Yeah, Aku was in the lead for quite some time. It was about 5-minute lead because he did not check one of the checks that you got the clone from. I think it was the
I got the trigger from Reptile Layer, I think.
Reptile Layer, yes. And also, he actually decided to go back after his first wipe to Lavas. He decided to go back and loot Reptile Layer. And he has returned with the Caliblade. That Caliblade is doing its difference.
Yeah, that was helpful. Mm.
Yeah, it was very back and forth the whole race.
Well, I'm glad it made a good race. Okay.
It was really fun to do commentary of Cthulhu here. It's been very exciting to see. Okay, let's go. Lava's going down. 3, 2, 1. Is it the final?
Ah.
Don't mind Megas. Don't mind Megas. Just finish it off.
Unless you're
Megas.
counting and if Flare will do, I don't know. Even if Flare would do it, you could just do it now. But...
Well, he's got elixirs. Keep everything safe.
Keep it safe. Keep it safe. All right.
Yeah. Were there any plane ethers that were found? Because I just found mid ethers and went with it.
Yeah, interesting for you to say that because we did not notice.
Okay.
Yeah, I think the shop before Mount Woe had ethers.
Okay. Yeah, I kind of figured I could get through my first couple of checks with the shelters I would be using anyway and Enertrons, and then never made it over there, so.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
there it is. This should finish off Lavos here, if my counting's right.
Yeah.
There he goes. Aku finishing
Yay!
with a 157.30.
Dropping a nice gold earring that would have been nice to have before the Lavos fight. I mean, I had one, but I probably could have used two.
welcome in, Aku. GG.
Hey, thanks.
Wow. Wow. Tell us your thoughts about the seed.
Yeah, that was a seed.
Aku, I got a question that's gonna make you really happy too, okay?
Okay.
What rock do you think is in Zeal? Oh, I don't
Black
know that you
rock?
had all. It was the Black Rock, but I don't think you got Marl either, did you?
I saw Marl, but I did not pick her up.
Oh, okay.
You
You guys were very back and forth the entire race, going back and forth. Who was in the lead?
I
yeah,
believe
you were
it.
in the lead. You were in the lead for a considerable amount of time during the race. Yeah, for like 5 minutes, 6 minutes lead. The fight against Tyranno, in Tyranno lair against the Black Tyranno. You were also close. But then you decided to grind until level 32. Why you think you needed more levels? You were not happy with your equipment? And
Yeah, I was not happy with the equipment at all, like the defensive part.
Mhm.
Yeah, it was pretty sparse. The tech order was great. No complaints about tech order.
Mhm.
So that was good.
Yeah, that was a good one. Because you had so Akio, you decided to grind for like 3 or 4 minutes more than Lord Batsy did. So that's when she took the lead. She went down straight to Twin Golems, but then it was a sequence of resets from both sides.
Yeah,
Being
Yeah.
attacked
Twin
by that,
Golems were a struggle.
they were,
Oh.
so, impressively aggressive to you all.
I didn't know you couldn't do chaos on the twin golems. I guess it's basically everything else.
Yeah, I
Yes,
I
that's
think
right.
with the Hypno Wave strats, that was a really good call for that. That you decided to make a safer play with the Hypno Wave. Kind of say it takes longer, but if you queue up Hypno Wave, that's guaranteed that you're not going to get any further attacks. There is a small chance you can get an attack in between the Hypno Wave and your attack, but that's a risk we have to take. But well,
Yeah, Hypno Wave would be good to like reset yourself, but that'd be about it.
Yeah, it's when there's two of them, you can use it at least to, and only hit one of them, and then the other one won't do anything. But
Well, what you can do is you can Hypno Wave and then do like Ice Sword 2 or Ice Sword
yeah.
1, and
The
then
other-
Hypno Wave again, and just back and forth.
yeah, one of the strategies, like using Hypno Wave right after, queuing up Hypno Wave right after your main attack, so they will not do any counter attacks in between. That's usually a kind of safer way to try and approach them. So you don't have the counter attack right after, and especially the shadow one. The shadow one is really bad because it hits for like 300 damage.
yeah,
That one is pretty bad.
I had forgotten it was that rough because I don't know. I think it's just been a while since I went through with antipode strategies.
I see. Yeah, and it's interesting because I mean, if you attack with fire, he's going to a single target fire attack for I mean, less than 100 damage, and if you attack with shadow, it's like AOE 300 damage. That's
Mhm.
that's that's the way they approach it.
Well, thank you to our racers tonight and everybody that helped out with the event, and our restreamer Mian.
Yeah,
Thank you
thank
guys
you.
for all helping out with all of this, and everybody that makes this possible every week. And I think we'll call it there for the night, and we'll catch all you guys next time.
Sounds good. Everyone have a good night, and yeah, thanks to the crew.
Good night, everyone. Thank you again. Have a great week. GG's, everyone. Thank you.